On today's episode of WatchJRGo, we are back with my friends here at Sullivan Auto House to talk about a car that you guys freaked out about in the comments when we were shooting that Honda Goldwing Tri-Mag. This is the Chevy Chevette. What is going on, guys? I'm WatchJRGo, and today, like I said, we are here at Sullivan Auto House, and Brandon's not here at the moment, so he can't tell us anything about this car, but we're gonna do a full walk around, check this thing out, because the comments exploded when everybody saw it in the background. And there aren't many of these things left, so I do understand. Also, I grew up listening to Audio Adrenaline, and I thought the Chevette was a much bigger car. I really had no idea what they were talking about when they talked about laying in the back of the car looking out the window. This thing is like the definition of compact. It is so small, I just always assumed the Chevette was a muscle car. So this is a 1977 Chevette, finished in a beautiful orange that still looks really good today. It's been in a garage in Liberal, Kansas all its life, and it's a true one-owner car, which is pretty wild. It was sold in Liberal. You can see it has a Stu Emmert Liberal badge on the back here. It's got AARP motoring plan stickers and some American and Proud of It stickers in the back here. But one owner, original miles. It even came with the original title with just 15 miles on it. So let's check this thing out. We're gonna do a deep dive on a Chevy Chevette, and it's a very short, very deep dive. So let's start where we always start, which is the wheel and tire combo. This has 13s. Yep, you heard me right. It is still on 13s. I haven't had to deal with those since my very first car when I was a kid. So the tires are 155 80 13s, and they are PR 88s that are probably original to the car, made in USA right there. They're not dated, but they look great, and they've got plenty of tread left, so we keep running them, right? Coming around the front end here, we've got some little 194 marker lights, old school style right there, where you just pop off the lens. You don't have to like take out a fender liner and remove 15 parts to change a bulb. Just 2 Phillips screws and you're in business right there. Turn signals down here in the bumper. You gotta climb underneath for those, but hey, it's still a 1-second job because I can reach the light. Pretty incredible, right? Round sealed beam headlights on here. And these are some power beams from Guide. And under the hood is a 1.4 liter 4-cylinder. We'll open the hood up here in just a moment, but it's kind of hilarious just to stop and mention that it has a 1.4 in an American car. Now you might expect, given the gas crisis and all of that stuff going on when Chevy was building the Chevette, that it was their most fuel efficient car, and it is exactly that. Chevrolet's smallest and most fuel efficient car. Like I said, 1.4 liter in the front, 3-speed automatic behind that, and it is rear wheel drive. So actually a cool layout, you know, front engine, rear wheel drive, could be sporty if it had any power, but that 4-cylinder only cranks out 57 horsepower. Like, that's almost what AC needs today, is 57 horsepower. So don't expect to go winning any races with your Chevette. It probably runs a 24-second quarter mile. I haven't tried it. We don't have the draggy out here today. We're not going to, because original tires, but I bet it's not fast. Now this Chevette is the 3-door version. There was also a 5-door, like the station wagon, which is probably the one that was in the Audio Adrenaline song, if we're being honest, but there were so many different platform share variations of this. It was called the T platform, and the Opel Kadett is built on a version of this, the Isuzu Gemini. They made a bunch of different bodied cars that all sit on this unified platform here. And the coolest thing about this is in '78, GM built an electric version of this. That's right, GM was always killing it in the electric car game. You know, the EV1 did change the world, but they called it the Electro-Vet, and it was actually shorter than this, right? Even shorter than this little tiny car right here. And 2 seats, It had an electric motor in the front instead of the engine, a bunch of lead acid batteries, and 50 miles of range. But now that we talked about the history a bit, let's continue our tour here. This is a single side view mirror, and you know, you only have to have one by law. And I kind of think that one is supposed to be the passenger side because it's harder to see. But weirdly, the Chevette has a single driver rear view mirror there, and then of course a standard rear view mirror in the middle. It does have power wipers, which is very cool. That's pretty much everything there is to talk about on the outside. We've got a little AM/FM antenna and nice looking chrome bumpers, nice lights. Everything is kind of exactly what you would expect. You do have to use the key to open the trunk. There's no handle or anything like that. And that's it. That's a complete walk around of the Chevette. This is a live rear axle. It's not IRS or anything like that. You fill the fuel right there. There's no door, just a cap, open to the elements there. So let's head inside and check out the interior here. We've got our nicely upholstered door panel right there with a door grab. Manual crank windows, as you would expect from this era. The old Body by Fisher logo, a GM staple. Some custom built floor mats, it looks like. We've got the hood release down here. Lights pull on and turn to dim. There's the wiper controls right there. 34,000 original miles on this car. Pretty crazy. And just a giant gas gauge. That's what you get. Speedo, gas gauge, dummy lights. Here in the middle, we've got some climate control action. I don't think this has AC. We'll check when we get under the hood there, but there would be an AC button if there was. Push button stereo, very cool. And the shifter. So that's basically the entire interior. Ashtray right there. No lighter? Oh, there's the lighter right there. It looks like a volume knob. Wow, these are all really well matched. So the lighter right beside the climate control. Close the ashtray. Nice glove box with cup holders. Check it out. I don't know what cups you're gonna put in there because they would all hit the top of the glove box, but has cup holders. The seats are exactly what you expect. They actually feel great, bouncy like you expect, and that cool like plastic textile covering that really, I mean, they're nice today. They're not bad to sit in at all. If it's hot outside, you're gonna sweat and your shirt's gonna soak and stick to these things, but at the same time, they're kind of nice to sit in. The back seat is huge and kind of roomy. I wouldn't say there's a lot of leg room, but there's a lot of room side to side. You could definitely sit back there with no real issue. As long as the front passengers are willing to scoot up just a hair, you'll be just fine. Honestly, there's enough leg room behind me. I could sit back there, no problem at all. Chevette logo on the steering wheel there, very cool. Let's pull the key out of here, hit the release. Let's see, there it is. Let's open the hatch up here and see what we're getting into. Oh wow, a single strut. And it does need replaced, so this works out well on my channel. And somebody put a defrost one on there instead of the old non-defrost. But definitely needs a new hatch strut. And in the back, it's a metal floor covered up by a little bit of carpet right there. And the back seat flips right down to extend your cargo capacity. And once that back seat's flipped down, there's quite a bit of storage back here. Let's pop the hood and go check out this power plant. Well, there's definitely no AC. This is the heater box right here. You can see the heater lines running in and the blower right there and the vent control right there. That is it. There is nothing else to the climate system on this thing. The cutest 1.4 liter of all time. Take a look at that. It's funny though, it has this giant alternator that's the size of one that would be on a 350 V8. And then these cool little manifolds. The smallest runners, I do know the transmission was just rebuilt on this thing. So it was completely gone through about a week ago. Fresh transmission, fresh fuel tank, all kinds of work just went into this car. New fuel filter. They kind of did all of the work to it and it should be ready to rock. This vacuum line is going to nowhere here and I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be that guy right there. At least it looks like it. Now that distributor down there sure looks like a bad time. That's gotta be 0.5 liters by itself. It's huge. But that's basically a complete walkthrough of this 77 Chevette. Now, all we gotta do is get it out on the road. All right guys, they got the Chevette out for me. Listen to that thing. No power steering, that's for sure. Let's go. It's got some good company in here. Look at that DeVille. Woo! Look at that Volt though. What kind of classy gentleman drives that Volt? I was so excited to have no seat belts, but it has seat belts. We're not gonna put them on. If something happens to me in this car, I assume it's all over for me. What a charming little car, guys. Listen to this thing. Woo, she runs great. I'm not throwing a bunch of throttle in it or anything. We're just gonna cruise around. We'll go down through Old Town here. It's just good scenery for a Chevette. It actually has reasonable power. Can't be upset about that here. I'm gonna get on it. We're going 10. We're going 20. It was not full throttle, believe me. I just got on it a little bit. This is pretty fun to drive. Honestly, without the power steering, the steering's direct. It goes where I tell it to go. It's just a fun car to drive around. Better hope it's a nice day. The attention it gets though, every person I pass is just full staring. As hard as they can stare. They're like, oh, I've never seen one of those in real life. I don't even know if I've seen one of these in real life. Crazy to see. We're not gonna bother with 0 to 60s, handling tests, braking tests. We're not gonna bother with any of that. If you're buying this car, you're buying it because it looks extremely cool. There aren't any others on the road, and you just wanna enjoy your time cruising around. Because it's very enjoyable. Look at this thing. Power steering or not, it's still a driver. It's got a cool sounding horn. All right, this guy's letting me in. I wouldn't. You never want to let in the guy with the slowest car you've ever seen. And hey, the bonus with this car is if anything ever goes wrong, well, it should all be super easy to fix. Can I still cut through this alley? I hope I can. Oh yeah. If you needed some adjectives to describe the Chevette, I think the answer is it's cute and cuddly. That's what it's got going for it here. Not fast, not a performer, but incredibly nice to drive around, and everybody around you loves it. But that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop WatchJRGo.com for cool shirts just like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. Honestly, super fun to drive. All right, back to the boys at Sullivan Auto House. Here we are. Oh man, that no power steering gets you sometimes. Well guys, if you want to own your own Chevette, I know you wanted to see this. I made this video just for the comments, but it is going to be on Bring a Trailer, so go check it out. Whenever it goes live, I'll throw a link in the description.